Galactic Date 20XX. At the far reaches of space lies a planet at the brink of ruin. The planet's name? Kopai. Due to a booming population, booming appetites, and a basic lack of planning, Kopai's inhabitants have all but exhausted their food supply. Their only hope is to find another planet with edible matter. Accordingly, they send unmanned scout vessels called Sparrows out into space. To their dismay, the search is proving fruitless. Just as they're about to give up, the final vessel reports back with news of a miraculous discovery. They mobilize to investigate the planet, which they name PNF 404. Kopai's last hope rests on 3 intrepid explorers. Whoosh! Shoo! Traveling through space sounds! At last, the explorers' 279,000 light-year voyage nears its end. But as they initiate the landing sequence, beep beep boop, emergency, emergency, something goes horribly wrong.
Boop-a-doop-doop-a-doop-doop, Pikmin 3. Exploration Day 1, 8:44 AM, Charlie's crash site. Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, and I have never played a Pikmin game before, so this should be fun. And yes, I'm starting with 3, fight me. Ugh! What happened? I don't know. Did you enter the atmosphere and go boom? Now, make no mistake, I know plenty about Pikmin, because I have seen playthroughs of all 3 games. Nothing is sacred, there are no secrets. I know that the yellow ones are immune to electricity and they can go up high and shit like that. And where am I? Alright, planet not found 404. This is just gonna be Charlie's voice, apparently. For what it matters. This is Charlie speaking. Do you copy? I repeat, this is Charlie, your captain. Come in. We will not rest until we have killed the moon. No one's responding. So yes, this is Captain Charlie. As was oh so well introduced in the opening sequence, we have 3 captains, so to speak, and they are labelled after letters of the alphabet. And there's also the SS Drake, which begins with a D. So here's Captain C. We've had, well, this is all we know so far, and I have never played a Pikmin game before in my life, so I don't really know what the controls are. I'm playing with the Wii U GamePad, and I'm hoping for the best, but I don't know what to expect. Hopefully it will give me a tutorial. Huh? What was that? It's a yellow Pikmin. They're just sort of watching ominously. How about you come down and help me, you fucks? There's more of them! I'll probably forget this voice by the next episode, so if you're sick of it, don't worry, it won't last. Can I punch this mushroom? I cannot. There's a whole gaggle of them! Whole gaggle of yellow friends with ears. Hello, friends. Uh-oh! I seem to have wandered into a strange neighbourhood. This is an outrage. Apparently now he's, Tony Harrison from the Mighty Boosh. What's this? They came towards me. Oh, do I have to use the stylus? I don't want to. I want to use pointer controls. Oh. They respond to whistles. It's almost like it's a Pikmin game or something. Well then, I shall throw them away. Away with you! This is gonna take a fair amount of getting used to, because I'm sort of holding the gamepad on the other side of my microphone, so I can't really see what I'm doing. This is going to end well, I'm sure. Well, they don't seem to be hostile, so let me get this straight. While touching the I can slide to aim, round them up with L, and tap to throw them, and it's not very intuitive. Finally, I can dismiss the whole group with toot! This is going to be annoying, and it's glorious. Maybe these fellows can be of some use. Yeah, I can kind of get used to this. Just, it doesn't help that I can't really... Like, the whole tapping thing, that's going to take some while to get used to, so pardon me for never having played this game before. Or any Pikmin game, for that matter. Could be worse. I'm sure I'll get used to it. And you there, friends? Who do you even think you are? Can I make them rush things? Because that's always a fun time. Oh, I can hold the button down. Even better. Now, friends who are over here, and you there, lazy Steven. It can't be Steve. There is nothing that can replace the legacy of the red Pikmin named Steve. So, Steven is yellow. Steve is red. See, I know roughly some onions about this game and its franchise. But, as I said, it may take a while for me to get used to the controls. Friends, you're taking your sweet time by catching up to me. If I'm terrible at combat with the Pikmin arranged like this, then I will find some other way of controlling it. Just pardon me as I get used to things. That is indeed how it's done, thank you for noticing. Didn't realise they go quite that far. See, it doesn't help as well that on the gamepad you can't really see... Like, I'm using the TV to record from, understandably. And the... Yes. Yes, Charlie, that's what I'm doing. Do pardon me for going quiet while I'm trying to rationalise this in my head, because there is something about this control scheme that I'm not completely settled with just yet. This is me getting used to life. There's more of them. Join the fam. I will destroy all the mushrooms, and there will clearly be some sort of reward for it. Except probably not. Well, here's right, sliding around the screen does up, but yes, on the gamepad, you can't really see... You just... Like, the gamepad is just blank. It has a picture of Charlie and it says stylus mode, so... I'm having to sort of... I'm guessing everything. Like, this is all guesstimation and such like. Though I do know at least enough about the series to know that the Pikmin, at least in this game, have some level of automation to them. Like in this case, they sort of attack the next target once the previous target was done. And I know there was like a crystal thing back there, but we can't do anything with that yet. I'm not a fool. Yeah. I'm sure there is some way of making them charge, and it really would behove me to find out how to do that, but currently I'm a little bit stumped, so pardon me. Ah, the bridge. The infamous Bridge of Prettiness. They're still following me. See, I did look up briefly some of the controls in, like, the manual insert thing that came with the game, and it mentioned using the plus control to roll, but, that doesn't happen yet, apparently. Okay, I'm facing forwards. I would like to bum rush them with the power of bum rushing, but that's clearly not a thing that can happen just yet. Did any of them die? Did I accidentally kill a Pikmin? Did I birth a Croatian girlfriend baby? Which is a reference to a thing. I don't even remember what the full thing is. But, well, did my best, game over. Everyone's dead. Exploration day 1. 2 minutes later, Alf's crash site. Oh my god, there are multiple crash sites for multiple captains. I mean, you would have seen that in the opening cutscene if I'd not done a deliberately janked up version, because, like, don't mind me having a deliberately low-budget opening cutscene with the specific intention of, not getting copyright struck on this series, because I don't trust Nintendo. So, yes, that's why you got a jacked-up opening cutscene, and you will get an equally worse one for the closing cutscene, I think. I haven't planned that far ahead yet. It was a miracle! I'm alive, and I seem to be all in one piece! He's just got a surprised voice, apparently. So we have Tony Harrison's surprised voice and question mark. Well, this just demonstrates to us that we can wade in water. Just as the SS Drake was about to land, we lost control and had to make an emergency escape. I got separated from the other 2 team members in the commotion. I hope the other 2 are safe. I need to find them, and the SS Drake too. Call it with your Skype pad, except you can't. We already tried that with someone else. Well, I am steadily getting used to controls. Oh, look, it's a friend. A red friend. A Fred. A red friend? A Fred. Take it or leave it. What was that? Of course, I'm paying no attention to the actual voice direction from the game itself, partly because it's sort of too quiet for me to hear. Too high, I can't go back. I was just trying to see if there was something underneath it. Thank you very much, Mr. Sir. Wasn't that a character from Holes, Mr. Sir? So now we have red Pikmin, and what I think is this game's version of the onions. It's the creature I saw just now! Looks like it's got friends! Woohoo! Yep, that sure looks like an onion. And what's that thing called on the branch? Trilling unnecessary consonants there. Hello everyone, I am trilling consonants. Yes, knock that thing down. Don't miss. Be knockful. Get back over here and go as directed. Now, in previous games, they were named onions because they look like onions, and this is like the ultimate onion because it's, as we'll later discover, it's all of them combined into one. Like, instead of having one onion per colour of Pikmin, there's just one for all of them, which is clever, but the previous one didn't look like an onion at all, and this looks even less like an onion. Still, little red guys seem pretty happy now that we've freed it. Looks very technological for a home for plant-based organisms. Oh, there is a fourth one somewhere. Yep, they are following again. Oh, there's a friend. There is a pile of rubble, and a friend beyond it. Get over here, you little tit. All of you, pick up the things and move them. And you, don't think you're an exception just because you were late to the party. And this is another instance of Pikmin being a bit more automated in this game. In this case, you'll find piles of rubble that there's a little number above indicating how many shards there are in that pile, and Pikmin will go back to the origin of that pile once they've... Like, they'll take it to its destination and then go back to where they started, and if there's another shard, they'll pick it up and repeat the cycle, and if there isn't, then they'll just sort of hang out over here. So, like, these 4 Pikmin are going to come back over here, and now that that pile is finished, they're just going to hang out there until we have to tell them to pick up, hey, there are 3 more things over here, get these as well, you fools. It's all a good time, we might need more helpers, but we only have these 4. But luckily, they noticed that this one's, like, relatively close to the other pile, so there we go. And then this little friend is just running back to where they were before because it doesn't know that there aren't any shards left, I guess. And I would like to have whistled them, but the cutscene stopped me. Thank you, game, you are very helpful. Now, another thing that's sort of throwing me off a little bit is that, having watched other people's Let's Plays of this game... Oh, my GamePad! Thank goodness I found it! I can use it to locate the SS Drake! I always watch videos at double speed, so the game feels a bit slow. I'm sure I'll get used to it eventually, but this first episode is just me bitching about how I'm not used to the controls yet. Also, it has a camera on the front. I wonder if we can use it as a camera. Now, what you're seeing in the middle of the screen there is what I'm seeing on the GamePad as well, so there is that. Great, it still works! Of course, I'd expect nothing less from Cuphead Engineering. I'll activate the radar application from the Cuphead screen and check my surroundings. I should touch... Bleh. Okay, thank you. I pressed the blue button. Where's the Drake? Where's the Drake? Where's the Drake? There he is. I don't know why I adopted the baby voice there, it just seemed fitting. So yes, maybe our friends are in that general direction. But also maybe not. And so we're back in the real world, and we have pellet posies. The red thing is Pikmin food, not people food. Implying that Pikmin aren't people? Who's the racist here? Now, here's one thing that's never made the fattest lot of sense to me just because it seems kind of strange. Get back here. So these pellet posies, as they're called, their colour corresponds to Pikmin. And they have a number on them. And I think the number indicates how many Pikmin it takes to carry each item as well. But if a red Pikmin takes a red pellet thing back to the onion, and it says 1 on it, it'll produce 2, I think. Like, you get bonus Pikmin for matching the colour of pellet to the colour of Pikmin. And really, I should wait for them to flower, because if you leave them in the ground for long enough, the leaf will turn into a bud, and the bud will turn into a flower, and flower Pikmin are just objectively better. But, I mean, I want to get this first episode a-rolling. So yes, they are bizarre plant flora-fauna fucks. And I think if you just keep mashing the button, then that sort of... Once again, a sort of automation native to this game. Though, I have yet to figure out what the bum rush control is, which disappoints me, because that'd be very useful for dealing with the enemies over here. And I would like to work out what that is, but alas. Though that said, I believe these are female shear grubs, and they're completely harmless. Because I think the male ones can attack and kill Pikmin, but the females can't, and so it seems like the ideal enemy to introduce in the first area. So, you could sort of tell if you were paying attention to the background that we're trying to get a gaggle of 20 Pikmin together. Just so we can push that box, or whatever it is. Excuse you, I told you all to go up there. So, I don't remember. I remember if it doubles... I don't know, we have a red 5, which means that by all rights it should give us 5 Pikmin, but it won't. It'll give us more than 5 because it's being matched up with the onion colour that corresponds to it. It's kind of... It's fucky, I'm not going to deny, but that's how the game works, and since I'm only just getting on the bandwagon now, it's really not my place to question it, so... Now, if there are any Pikmin veterans in the audience, feel free to tell me how terribly I'm doing. I will get used to this eventually, I promise, swear, and consider plelf. And with that, we have more Pikmin than we need. Maybe that did give us 5. Huh. I don't know. I just know that you get bonuses for matching colours and it's counterintuitive in places. Well, whatever the case may be. Maybe I just can't do the charge thing until a certain point, or maybe I can and I'm just wrong.
What is this enormous thing? The drink must be somewhere on the other side of it.
Wait, if I was thinking maybe if I pressed the R button instead of the L button, then maybe that would, You slacker! You actual lazy Pikmin! I thought that perhaps there's some other button I've not discovered yet. Just if I were to charge them into that box, it would have made things so easier. I will have to re-look at the controls. Anyway, we have a file. I would like to collect all the files, but I can't promise anything. But I shall try my darndest. So we have a file. Pikminology number 1. The onion is like a nest for the Pikmin. It gives birth to them and provides them with shelter. Alas, I already knew that, but it's helpful for first-time players. And good, the data file is compatible with Kopai technology, which, if you know where the file came from, that doesn't make much sense. But anyway, we have notes now. We have an extra app. We have to install an app from nowhere. Like, bearing in mind, typically to install an app on a device, you'd need like an internet connection, but that's whatever. Convenience. Oh good, you're finally joining the party again, Reddy McPherson. Well, not on this planet, my friend, but... which way are we going? This way. What is over here? I thought maybe there'd be something inside the box, but nope, the box is closed on all sides. Oh well. Well, if that's the case, we shall proceed forwards. The drink should be nearby. Operative word should. Perhaps we'll be introduced to a new friend on the way. Or perhaps not. I actually don't remember the opening sequence of this game. I've only ever seen it played through twice. Once was Chucker Conroy, and once was Big Dip on a bus. So, that's roughly the experience of this game that I have. If you know them, then you know what to expect from me. And no, you're right, my whistling was a little bit ahead of... Squeeze. I was being a little trigger-happy with my carrot throwing. They don't even look like carrots. And yet they're named after... Well, I've never seen a pick carrot in real life, so maybe they do. I don't know. See, this go-getter over here has the right idea. Help your brethren out, you silly red fools. And we have a wall. Can I charge them into the wall? What's this wall? What's this wall doing here? It could be naturally formed, you don't know. Well, I can confirm that I am steadily getting used to the control scheme. And also, in this game, the dirt walls actually look like dirt walls instead of weird webby things. Well, maybe if I click the button in, maybe that will make them charge. I will discover how to charge eventually. My crew could learn a lot from this kind of teamwork. Ooh, savage. I'll figure it out eventually. I hope they're both okay. I hope so too. Are we going to get eaten as well? Nope, we have found ship.
Here it is, yes, it's Drake.
Does it talk to us like in Pikmin 2? I don't remember.
The Kopai isn't picking up any signs of life in the immediate area.
Oh no.
What am I supposed to do now?
Be a captain! Get on the ball! Oh, we are receiving a question mark call. That appeared on the gamepad before it appeared on screen, just for your reference. Who is it from? We don't know. That's the idea.
Alf, it's me, Brittany. Do you copy?
Slutty Brittany, I guess this is the thing that's happening.
Thank goodness. You're with the SS Drake, right? I made it through the landing in one piece. The thing is, I'm trapped somewhere. And I'm starving.
Yum yum.
Oh no, we've got off. I wonder how far away Brittany is. In any case, I'm glad that she seems to be safe and sound.
That is good, and also a very suggestive thrusting noise from the Drake over there. What is that strange cry? I don't know, I didn't hear it.
The sun is setting, which could mean the nocturnal predators are starting to wake up.
Which is the gimmick of every Pikmin game ever.
I should probably get off the planet's surface for now.
Does that mean I can save and end the episode? Well, what about the onion? Are those Pikmin going to die? Oh look, a circle in the dirt, which potentially implies that something might land there at some point, like possibly an onion or something. As I said, this is blind gameplay-wise, but not blind experience-wise, so that is something that I will make no apologies for. And with that, we have survived our first day, the only day without a time limit, I think, unless the second day also has one. I don't actually remember. I don't know, let's just call that day 0 and be done with it. So we have 3 bottles of blue goo.
Most of the supplies we brought from Copper were ruined in the crash landing. I completely butchered that line. So now we only have 3 days worth of edible provisions left. Oh no.
Well, now we only have 2 days left because we just consumed one. And that's the gimmick of this game.
From tomorrow, I'll have to work on sourcing food locally.
So yeah. In Pikmin 1, you had a finite number of days until the protagonist's life support ran out. In Pikmin 2, I don't think there was a limit to the number of days, and then in Pikmin 3, you could go as long as you have food. So there's that. And now we have end of day notes as well.
Here we are, shipwrecked. Now we'll never get all the planet's food. I went back to the SS Drake with the help of some strange creatures called Pikmin, but the cosmic drive key was nowhere to be found. Luckily, I was able to contact Brittany, and we'll head out to meet up with her tomorrow. When I took off in the ship, the Pikmin's onion followed along. Odd, but amazing.
Signed, Alf. This is going to get very annoying, and again, I make no apologies for it. For now, though, I think that's the end, so... I mean, that's a save icon, so sure, I'll take it. I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons, and in the next episode of Pikmin 3, we will hook up with Slutty Brittany, I guess.